Hello everybody, and welcome to another free movie review, where this time I will be talking about the new movie Rampage. For those who don't know, that this is a movie based on a video game by the same name, called Rampage, where in the game you play as one of three monsters, maybe more, and you go around, destroy city, crush tanks, and eat people. And that is pretty much the whole story. The movie actually gives you more story, apparently. Starting off in a space station, which is a very short segment, but it just explains how the gas gets from outer space to numerous parts across the United States to create giant beasts out of the animal wildlife in the area. This opening scene was very tense and a bit exciting, but too short for my taste. It gives me a real vibe of the movie called Life that came out about a year ago, but I didn't really care for Life, so I'm sure that if this beginning part was made into a whole movie, I would have liked it a whole lot more. The three places that this gas lands from outer space would be the Everglades, Wyoming, and the gorilla habitat of a LA zoo. It is in the zoo that we follow the Rock's character, an expert of gorillas, along with his pride and joy gorilla, the albino gorilla named George. It is in Wyoming that the wolf, that will be later called Ralph, comes across the canister, and it so happens that the crocodile in the Everglades, which never got a name in the movie, does decide to eat the canister that landed near it. So the three animals start to grow and go on rampages across their areas. The Rock is the star of this film, and I must say that he is an actor that I do enjoy, and much of that he does. But in this film, he plays the generic, overpowered muscle man who has a superb military history that they never go into detail because those are worth a franchise movies of themselves. But he's all peaceful now, and he loves animals. Yet he still has all the knowledge and skills he needs to take on a country at war. So, yeah, his backstory wasn't really that big whoopie-doo. Jeffrey D. Morgan really steals the show in this movie. Only see him do like one line in the trailers, but he actually plays a key part in this film, and I really liked him. If they do a sequel and can't get The Rock back, they definitely got to get Jeffrey D. Morgan, because I feel that he could probably not necessarily carry a whole movie, but he will definitely carry a big chunk of it. There are plenty of great scenes of the military trying to take on these great beasts, and of course, failing. In this film, you will see a lot of people die, either by being stepped on, eaten, or in explosions of whatever vehicle that they're in control of. It's in our movie where we see Chicago get destroyed, and I gotta say that it was done quite beautifully. This is a movie of blue science, great action, and just enough story to give you a plot. It's a B movie with a big budget, and it is done very well. When I first heard that this movie was being made, I naturally thought it was going to be garbage, but I really had a good time with it. It's also a nice little kaiju filler right after we had Pacific Rim Uprising, and it's still going to be wild till we get the next Godzilla movie on screen. Two of the biggest nitpicks I had in this movie was The Rock's character. As I stated earlier, that he's a generic ex-military guy who's going a peaceful route. But not only that, but he takes beatings throughout this whole movie, and he just gets right up like just a normal thing he goes through. He's too strong. Maybe he was supposed to be like playing the Terminator in a crossover movie. That would make more sense, but not a normal man. And the other thing is that there's a couple of scenes of bad green screen. I mean, if you look at it, and you know what I'm talking about, you'll see it, but if you're just there for the fun, then you're probably not. One being the character standing in front of a fake cornfield, and the other is when The Rock is standing in front of George just a couple of times, not every time, but you see that George is really more of a 2D image compared to The Rock. So this movie was a blast. I had fun. I can't wait to see it again when it comes out on home video. This movie actually got me interested in playing the game.